right. Yeah.
Woo! So welcome back to Bad Bigfoot Reviews. First video, over 11,000 views. I've never had any kind of activity like that on my other channel.
Oh, this is crazy. We've already got over 100 subscribers with one video, like Mark said.
I think friends and family probably account for like 90 of those.
Probably.
But for the 10 of you guys that actually took time to subscribe to our little channel, thanks a lot.
11,000 views. Thank you so much. I've got a little channel where I go around in my van, go camp and review campgrounds and things like that. So we've got some momentum.
And I have another channel, and it's called Bigfoot of Mopars, and it's basically me just hanging out with my cars and other car guys on YouTube. In fact, my shirt and my hat are my uniform on my other channel. So the hat actually brings us a lot of attention, and people come up to me and they start talking to me about Bigfoot instead of my cars. And then because of that, I've actually got an opportunity to go on a second adventure. And we never set out to be Bigfoot investigators.
No.
What happened is about 15 years ago, I was at work watching a video of the torn down camp from Bob Garrett, and it was like the hot ticket on YouTube about Bigfoot at the time. And Andy's like, well, what are you watching? And I told him.
And then he got me hooked on Sasquatch Chronicles,
Yeah.
and I went down the rabbit hole with
we both did. And
Wes and Woody were both on the show together,
Yeah.
and
it was a blast.
Yeah.
And from that point on, we always, whenever we came across anything interesting, we would share it with each other. Well, last winter is when his buddy Mark, who owned the property, just jokingly told Andy without knowing anything, said, hey, I got some pictures of Bigfoot on a trail cam.
and I'm like, no, you don't. Sure you do.
Yeah, he totally didn't believe him. Then he sent him the pictures. Then I'm like, yeah, I don't believe him either, because those don't look like a Bigfoot. But then finally I saw the second one, the one that's on the channel, and I'm like, that does kind of look like a face. So we were joking like, well, we need to get up there. We need to investigate this, and it's in the middle of the winter. And we wound up doing it. And we put it up on YouTube, and 11,000 views. So let's talk about the first adventure. So when we got up there, the property owner, Mark, sat in front of a computer. He showed us the trail cam photos, and then he told me what was going on. So during the day, we went to the site where the trail cam was and everything, and that was okay. But I thought that the best part of the whole thing was when we did the night investigation.
Yeah.
And that was almost spontaneous too. We were first sitting around the campfire. We were pretty comfortable, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, let's keep going. And we just started walking and hiking.
Yeah, we were out there for maybe 2 hours walking these trails in the middle of the night.
And, we were just being ourselves, clowns, walking around the woods. We had no plan, no agenda.
Being very quiet.
Yeah. No, we weren't.
No,
But Mark knows a place like the back of his hand, so we didn't have to worry about getting lost. And he's a fantastic guy. He's a great character, so we got to have him on all of our adventures going forward. But what do you call him, Mr. Turtle?
Oh, yeah, because he always ends up on his back, just like the turtles do when they fall. So,
But the qualities that he brings to the table is experienced woodsman, hunter, great, valuable. He's even got the expensive equipment. He's got the night vision goggles, and he's got a FLIR.
Yeah.
I saw some stuff that did look like tree structures that other people talked about in their videos. And then we had the water, the rock splashing, possibly beavers.
I heard a growl off in the distance, a faint
We all
growl.
three heard it, and that was the funny part, is because it was deadly quiet, and as we're walking in the woods, like, we heard this, and we stopped, and each one of us said, did you hear that? And we shined lights in there hoping that we'd catch like some eye shine and stuff, but we didn't. And yeah, that was something that I did not get on video. So going forward, that's one of the things I really want to concentrate. We're trying to get more comfortable being on camera, and then we're gonna do a little bit more just panning videos. I had people make comments where they saw some interesting things in the background that we didn't see. So your input's going to be very valuable, and things that we're going to learn as we go along on this adventure.
And if we actually do see a Bigfoot, Mark does have a filter on his iPhone to blur the image when we take a picture of it. So we're covered.
We've already got a blurry picture of it.
We do.
It's on our other video. Go back and watch it. And we actually have another adventure coming up. It's ridiculous,
And it sounds pretty terrifying. This is going to be up in Red Lake, Minnesota. And right now we're in the middle of the state, and we're going to go another 4 hours north in the middle of nowhere. And the activity that they are having up there sounds pretty terrifying, and I'm not going to like it if it happens.
Yeah. So the story is a Canadian guy had a cabin up there, butted up against the Big Bog National Forest, like he said, middle of nowhere. And he was terrified to go out at night without being heavily armed, and he swore that Bigfoot were real. So the guy that was his friend who bought the property from him saw my hat, and he told my friend about the property and said that we could go up there and investigate it.
This third one, possibility, I'm not sure where it is, but it's really cool that this is really taken off.
And one of the places we want to go to, it's not going to be as fun because you got to actually hike back there. It's a place where I had what I consider my most plausible Bigfoot encounter.
And
I never had an
creepy.
actual sighting, but I had something really weird happen to me on this Superior hiking trail. And and because of that, I want to get back to that site. But we're also coming up on the same time of year that it happened. So if there is a chance that there's like migratory patterns or anything like that, we could possibly hit that area at the same time, 2 years after the time that I had been up there and had that experience. If this ever stops being fun, we'll stop doing it.
It's not going to stop.
But we're not afraid of trolls.
Oh, I'm a troll.
We are kind of trolls ourselves.
Yeah.
And I do promise you, though, that anytime we go on an investigation, it'll be all clowning around, but we won't fake anything. We're not going to, I will take stuff seriously, and I'll put timestamps in every video so you can cut through anything that you don't like, just to see maybe little glimpses of evidence that we may actually physically stumble across.
Bad Bigfoot reviews on Facebook.
Yeah.
We're experts. It's like we're the only people that are going to find Bigfoot is us. We've got the most experience. We've got the best equipment. Nobody's going to find Bigfoot before us, and I mean it.
Hell yeah!
Boom!
Since the guy has owned the property, he hasn't been up there since 2017, and he decided to. That's just going nuts. But anyway, so he hasn't been up there since 2017, and we got an opportunity to go up to this property. And there's some really cool things that I've kind of stolen from all the years of listening to podcasts about investigators and all the little tricks and things that they tried to do. And we're going to try to put some of them into effect.